Hey guys, and welcome back to another Classic video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you something that has been highly requested from day one of Classic. In this video, I'm going to be showing you my Cataclysm Classic flipping guide. In this guide, I'm going to go over everything you need to know about flipping in Cataclysm Classic. Before we get into it, I'd just like to mention, if you have not already checked out my Classic flipping guide, this is the complete flipping guide that goes over absolutely everything in a lot of detail, and you also get access to my TSM groups and the operations that I use for flipping. Now how they're set up is they're very beginner friendly, and they'll only sell items at a 20% profit or more. So very beginner friendly. If you're new to flipping or an experienced flipper, this guide is perfect for you. And this will be the first link down below in the description box. However, let's get right into the guide. So first of all, you're going to need an add-on. There's one main add-on that you're going to need to make flipping work, which is TSM, which is Trade Skill Master. So first of all, let's go ahead and I'll show you how to get TSM and how to get it working for you. As you can see, there's a bunch of different things that you can do with TSM, like make groups, make operations. You have a completely new interface for the auction house. One of the main features that is going to be important for flipping is that TSM will give you price data for every single item in the game, which is super useful when it comes to flipping. So first of all, head over to Google and you want to search in TSM WoW. I will put a link down below to the Trade Skill Master website. First of all, what you want to do is you want to click on Install TSM, and we're going to install it and get it set up working for you. Once you've done this, you'll see this part right here. So you can either pick from Windows version or the Mac version. So whichever one you're on, pick it correctly. Now once you've done this, this will download the app, the TSM app, directly on your computer. Next, what you want to do is you want to go to realm selection and you want to add your realm. By doing this, this will give price data for the specific realm that you add. So make sure you add the realm that you're going to be playing on, and Horde or Alliance. It does actually matter that you pick Horde or Alliance. Once you have the app installed and your realm added, what you're going to do next is you're going to open up the TSM app on your computer and you're going to go to add versions. Here you'll see a whole heap of different versions of TSM. For Kata, you want to have the one that ends with BCC and you want to make sure that you install it. Once you've installed it, if you're using my flipping guide, you want to go ahead and copy my TSM groups. This is where you can import it straight into your TSM. So to do this, you just want to open up TSM and then you want to go to settings. You want to first of all make a new profile, which is going to be just for your flipping profile. So you do that under settings, under general settings, and then under this part right here. Now once you have it created, you want to click on this button right here, the import group button. You want to paste in the string of letters that you copied from my flipping guide, and then you want to import. This will import all of my groups and my operations, which are set up for flipping for you. Now as you can see, we have all the groups added with all the operations connected to them, so you can flip exactly how I am. Now these groups I've put a lot of time and effort into making them as good as possible. They have all the best items to flip in Cata Classic. So that is what my Cata Classic flipping groups will look like. Now to talk a bit about the operations. So we have many different operations that all do a bunch of different things. But the main thing you need to know is that they'll only sell items at a 20% profit or more. Now next, what you want to do is you want to set up your TSM tooltip settings. This will allow you to see the important data whenever you hover over an item, and it actually shows inside the tooltip. So just go ahead and copy the exact settings that I have set up right here, and this will have all the important information that you need to know when it comes to flipping. Now these are very important because you'll use these to determine if an item is worth buying or not, and it's a really good thing to learn what they all mean and how they work. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to buy some items and to what to look for when actually buying the items. So as you can see, we have a bunch of different groups. You have materials, we've got BOE armor, mounts, pets, recipes, toys, transmogs, top 100 best transmogs. Now we have transmogs sorted out by all the different weapon pieces and how rare they are. This is really important because some of the times you want the groups a lot smaller just so they scan a lot quicker. That is why there are so many subgroups, is so you can select a subgroup that will have less than, say for an example, instead of just searching all transmogs on the auction house, which there would be thousands of them, you can go ahead and you can break them down into subgroups just so your scan will be a lot quicker with the TSM. And also you can actually scan for exactly what you want to go for. So if you only want, for an example, the epic recipes, you can go ahead and do that, or you can do like all the epic transmog pieces and things like that. Now this is one of the really good groups, the best transmog groups. This has the top 100 transmogs that I recommend flipping, so some of the best high demand transmogs. So for an example, if you just wanted to see all of the epic transmog pieces that are in the game, you can go ahead for each armor type and you can select just epic, and what this will do when you scan is it will just show you all of the epics that are transmogs. So this is a good way to search specific things and to make the group size and the scanning size a lot quicker for TSM. But we have a bunch of different groups with all of the best items that I do recommend flipping. So if you haven't already got hold of my groups, make sure you import them because there is a lot of really good items. Let's get started and I'll show you a bit on how to actually find an item and buy an item and what to look for. So first of all, you want to select the group and you want to run a scan. What this will do is it will scan all the items in the group. On the right side, it will show a whole heap of percent. Now this percent number is the percent of the market value. The market value is the price, the average price over the past 14 days for this specific item. So at 100%, it's pretty much at the price it should be posted at. Anything lower, it means it's underpriced. Anything higher means it is overpriced. So what I like to do is sort from the lowest to the highest. This will show all of the best deals up on the top of your scan, and the lower the better for this number. So when you're looking at the market value on a tooltip for an item, it is this right here. And this is the average price over the past 14 days. And this is a very important price to go off to give you a rough idea of what an item is currently worth at the moment. And this is one of the most important things to look at when it comes to flipping. So what you want to do is you want to scan the group. Once the group has finished scanning, I like to go from the lowest to the highest and go through and check out the items and see if they are worth buying. So for an example, we have this stuff right here at only 14% of the market value. So very underpriced. It can go for 740 gold, and there's actually one listed for 100, one listed for 200, 284, 299, and also one at 456. Now all of these prices are way below the market value, and this is a really cool looking transmog that you could flip and make a decent amount of money on. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll buy all of these out, and then we'll repost them for the maximum price that our TSM operations will sort for us. Now the best thing about the operations is that we don't have to keep track of any of the numbers ourselves. It will do all of the thinking and the hard work for us, and we'll post it at the most profitable price it can be. Here's another item. So this can go for 597 is the market value, and we just went ahead and picked it up for only 100 gold. This item has a market value of 6 gold, and there's currently a couple posted for only 1 gold and 41 silver. We'll go ahead and buy these. This next item I don't think we'll buy, even though it could be profitable. There's just a bunch posted, especially the ones at 357 and 400 gold. They're a bit close to the market value, so we'll go ahead and we'll miss out on that item. This item right here, it is worth, well, as you can see, there's one posted at 500 gold. The next highest is 1,999 gold. Let's go ahead and buy that, and we'll undercut the next person at 1,999. This has a market value of 355, and there's a few posted for around 100 gold. There's also one posted at 199 gold. So we could buy all of these out, and then we could resell them at a really high price if we wanted to. Moving on, we've got another transmog item here, market value 1,241, and there's actually two of them posted for only 56 gold. So we can go ahead and buy both of those, and we won't have any competition when we're selling it. Market value on this, 616, posted for 250 gold. a nice decent range of profit there. Now with items like this, because we have no competition, we're actually going to repost them a lot higher than the market value. So really with them items, there is much more profit in them than it looks to be, because we're going to be selling it for way above the market value price with the operations from my flipping guide. So what you want to do is you want to click on auctioning, and then you want to make sure all the groups are selected and click on run post scan. And this will scan all the items in the groups that are in your bags, and it will put them up on the auction house for the most profitable price. So for an example, we paid 500 for this. We're reposting this for 1,999 gold. We paid 456 gold for this one, reposting it for 1,861 gold. For the next item, we only paid 1 gold for this one, and then we're reposting this for 62 gold. For the purple dinner suit, we paid 125 gold, and we're going to be reposting this for 896 gold. For this right here, this transmog, we paid 250 gold. We're going to be reposting that for 300 gold. And then for this staff, we paid anywhere from 100 gold up to 456 gold each for those. We brought 7, and we're going to be reselling them for 5,865 gold each. So if we can get a sale on one of those staffs, we're going to make a lot of profit. We just need to sell one and we still make profit, then the rest are just free gold. So that is basically how you do it. Now it's a little bit different when you're doing materials, because materials, you normally just can't buy 1 or 2 of the materials until the price jumps up to a much higher price. So what we'll do now is I'll show you how to actually flip with materials. And there's a thing that we call in the flipping world a market reset. So basically I'm going to go ahead and show you what a market reset is and how to do it yourself. So once again, the market value is on the side, which is the percent. We're going to let the scan go through, and as you can see, the scan is done. Well, we've done a bit of the scan and we've got a bunch of items under the market value. I like to stay under 70% of the market value, and they're all worth looking at. Obviously, the lower the percent, the better. Let's go ahead and look through and find an item that has a decent amount of gold worth. So a few of them are very cheap. We'll go ahead and we'll find one that has a decent price. So this has a market value of 4 gold, and there's a bunch posted for 1 gold and 39 silver. So as you can see, there's heaps posted at around 1 gold all the way up to 2 gold and 25 silver right there. So what we could do is we could buy all of them all the way up to 2 gold and 25 silver, and then we could basically reset the market. That's where the word comes from, because you're going to reset the lowest price to a much higher price. So everything that we just brought from 1 gold to 2 gold and 25 silver, we're going to repost them for about 5 gold and 90 silver each. So that is how you do a market reset, is buying a bunch of the same item, resetting the lowest price to a much higher price. So you can see the next cheapest is 5 gold and 91 silver. Let's go ahead and grab these out of the mailbox, and we'll go ahead and post them back up on the auction house. So remember, we only paid in between 1 gold and 2 gold and 25 silver each for these, and we're reposting them for 5 gold and 90 silver each. So a lot of room for a lot of profit. And this is one of the best ways to flip materials, is doing quote unquote a market reset. So we'll go ahead, we'll post all these. We're going to use the TSM macro to post them very quickly. And what I like to do with the TSM macro is to keybind it to the scroll wheel for up and down when you're scrolling your mouse wheel, and this allows you to just spam scroll your mouse wheel up and down, and it will post them very, very quickly. Moving on though, let's talk about cancel scanning. So with cancel scanning, you want to select all the groups under auctioning, and you want to click on run cancel scan. What this will do is it will scan all the items you have up on the auction house, and for whichever group you have selected, and it will bring up on the side here a tab called info, and if it is red and said you've been undercut, it means someone has posted the same item for a lower price than you. And what I recommend doing is removing those from the auction house, grabbing them out of the mailbox and reposting them back up on the auction house using the groups and the operations from the flipping guide. And basically what this will do is just repost them being a little bit cheaper by 1 copper than the competition. This way when an item sells, it will be your item that sells usually, before the person that has already undercut you. This is a good way to stay competitive with the market, so you're always one copper cheaper than everyone else. That was it for the Cata flipping guide. If you'd like to learn more in depth and all the best little secrets and tips about flipping in Cata Classic, you can find that inside of my complete Cata Classic flipping guide, which will be the first link down below in the description box. It goes over all the little secrets, the other criteria that I did not mention in this video that will make you a professional flipper. Also, obviously you'll get my TSM groups and operations that you can import straight into your TSM. So you have all the groups that I've already made for you, and you also have the operations that will only have you selling items at a 20% profit margin or more. So very beginner friendly, and that is the first link down below in the description box. Till next one, take care.